On the profile menu view, let's display user information such as email and some others. So here is a profile view. We need to construct the elements within update the view function and then return the element so that we can show such information. First, let me delete that part and then let's call it as a view wrapper. Then all the elements needed to update the view will be constructed here. Then we return the constructed view wrapper. In the view wrapper, what you want to do is as follows: a view wrapper inner HTML. Let's construct some HTML elements. Unlike a home view, since what we are going to construct is simple enough, let's do everything programmatically instead of having separate template HTML code. We can give a backquote and the closing backquote. The backquote is a string template notation so that we can give multiple lines as well as variables as well. So first, let's show title of the page, a profile, and then some information, welcome information there, so we can accept that. And then let's show the email address of a current user who signed in. From the Firebase auth, as auth state changes, the user information is provided, and that user object is stored in the current user global variable. So profile view, we can import the current user. Import current user from Firebase auth. The user information is now available. Then using the current user object, we can get email address of current user. And also we can get the user ID automatically assigned by the Firebase authentication service. As we created the two users manually, Firebase authentication service assigns unique user ID like this one. That information is also available, so let's show that one as well. So here p user UID is a current user dot UID. So let's test the code. Shift reload. We got an error message saying that cannot read the properties of a null reading email. So something.email is in error. The line is a profile view line 22. Profile view line 22. Here current user.email. So current user is a null. That's the what error message says. However, we can see everything is okay. Email is displayed. As we see the life cycle changes, what we find is that first the profile view is on mount and then update. At that moment error occurs. However, shortly after there's auth state change and user signs in, and then profile leave mount, everything is okay. So it seems the profile page is rendered twice. So what's happening is as follows. If I do shift reload, first the page is rendered with the path profile, but at that moment, as we restart, the web browser assumes there is no user signed in, so it tries to render the profile menu view without authentication. At that moment, since authentication is not completed, the current user is null, as we know this part. So what it means is that if we do restart the web app by pressing shift reload, first the web browser considers it's unauthenticated. So this part is executed, meaning that current user is null. That's what is assigned. Because of that, we got a error message. But shortly after, the web browser finds the authentication was there in the past using the information stored. So authentication state changes, and then the user signs in correctly, and then everything is rendered okay. So to fix this problem, when you view performed, when your render is performed, you need to decide whether you want to render before authentication or only after authentication. In this app, each view, home view and the profile view, should be rendered only if a user has signed in. So what you can do is in abstract view, before you do rendering, let's check if a user has signed in or not. The current user includes such information. So let's import current user from Firebase auth module. If a current user is null, authentication is not done yet. So when you do rendering, what you want to do is if current user is not assigned, authentication is not done, then let's just return. Let's not perform anything further. So here, just for message-wise, what you can do is this dot parent element inner HTML just briefly show access denied. So that let's do that. And also in each page, so in the profile view, when you do on mount, if authentication is required, you need to do similarly. If current user is null, we should not proceed anything. And then on leave as well. So profile view is only for signed in case, so we do that one. Then home view, we should do similarly. So on mount, first let's import current user. Then on mount, if current user is null, then we just say something and then return that. Update the view is taken care by abstract the view render. So here is a part of that. So update the view is taken care, and then attach event is taken care, and then on mount, and then on leave, we need to take care of that. If current user is null, don't go any further. At this moment, we don't do anything, but later, if we will add more, this should be given so that we can protect against the unauthorized access. Shift reload. No error message shows up. Information is there. We can go home page, generate some data. We can go to the profile menu. Information shows up as we log out, and then sign in as a 2@uco.com. Enter, and then we have information showing up correctly. The UID we can verify. 2@uco.com UID is OPPY and the like, and OPPY, those are there.